Christian Watson, Mike Evans, or Tyler Higbee?
Oh my. How far Mike Evans has fallen.
Evans has finished. This is something I was doing research for my articles this week, and Evans has finished no better than the wide receiver 32 each of the last 7 weeks.
Yikes.
And he still has a chance, an outside chance at 1,000 receiving yards on the season. He needs 88 or something like that, 83 to get to that 1,000 receiving yard mark.
That's wild.
Yeah, I don't think Christian Watson practiced this week, did he? I think he got a limited practice in today, maybe.
Let's check.
But is it crazy to say Higbee over Mike Evans? I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy, and here's why. I don't think this is too much of a galaxy brain. You lose Cooper Kupp. You lose Allen Robinson, and you lose Ben Skoranek. Robinson more of an outside wide receiver, but Kupp and Skoranek were more of that like intermediate, middle of the field type of route. And with those two players gone, who takes those types of snaps? It's not going to be Tutu Atwell, right? It's going to be Tyler Higbee, which is why he's getting all of these targets just suddenly out of nowhere. I think this is going to be once again a big Tyler Higbee game, and the Chargers tend to give up a lot of fantasy points to opposing tight ends and just a lot of fantasy points in general. Their defense isn't very good, so I don't think it's that crazy to think Tyler Higbee, given the role that he's assumed given the injuries on the Rams.
That is fair.
I know, right?
I will say from an actual non-emotive analysis perspective, the last time Mike Evans faced the Panthers, it was with J.C. Horn healthy, and he went 9 for 96 on 15 targets. No touchdowns in that game, but that was in a 21-3 loss against the Panthers. Now J.C. Horn is out. He was their top cornerback. And so I think that there's a good chance that Evans has a bounce back game this week, especially with narratives running for locking up the NFC South. As bad as that division is, Tom Brady wants to go riding off into the sunset and not losing a playoff spot to Sam Darnold.
Yikes. Can you imagine the chaos? The chaos? Yeah, he's projected to go up against C.J. Henderson in the research that I did. But the last time that he went up against Henderson, he was only targeted 4 times, Henderson was, and Evans only caught 2 of those 4 for 24 yards. So Henderson, although he's not a good cornerback, let's not give Henderson too much credit. He's had some big blow-up games but that he's allowed. But if Christian Watson is quote-unquote full go, you got to start the highest ceiling wide receiver there. I think that's the lean. So we're monitoring this situation. He is officially questionable with that hip injury. He did get a limited practice in on Friday. So we're just keeping our ears close because the Packers need to win out to get into the playoffs. They need to beat Minnesota, and then they need to beat Detroit next week if they want to have a chance.